Yeah.
Welcome everybody to Deep in the Huddle, Season 1,
Episode 2.
Alright, well, we made it through week 1 of the NFL. We back for another round, another episode here, and as we're getting into this,
sheesh,
we are 2-1-1 since we agreed on all of our picks.
Oh, God. You're talking about the predictions?
Yep, gotta do that real quick, because Cleveland did tie Pittsburgh. I said they would win. But tying Pittsburgh is like a win for Cleveland. So technically, we are 3-1. If the Falcons could have did anything with their, 9 million trips to the red zone and only freaking 9 points. Was it 5 trips, 9 points? God bless, man. Ugly game. But that's Thursday. Let's just talk about this Sunday, though.
Indeed. Talk about all these games and results. We're going to go first down.
Bengals,
Yep.
Colts.
Colts. Let's do it.
Interesting. Very interesting, actually, in that game.
I didn't catch this game, so.
Okay, well, Andrew Luck returned.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, finally, it's been a while. He's back.
Return of the Luck.
Yeah. Played pretty well in the first half. Overall, the game, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Andrew Luck's going to Andrew Luck. He's probably going to give you a pick, which, of course, he did.
Okay.
And, it looked like, hey, man, it's about to be that time again. It's Bengals. We don't know where they're at. And then Bengals kind of just opened up in the fourth quarter, get a defensive touchdown, and it's like all the red rifles back on his, 21-28, 243. The big surprise, or what we've been expecting from last year with him being a rookie, Joe Mixon. Averaged 5.6 yards per carry. He was 17 carries for 95 yards. He actually threw in another 54 yards receiving. AJ Green back on top, healthy again, 92 yards receiving and a touchdown. And able to pull it out 34-23. Big fourth quarter, like I said. I'm intrigued to see what the Colts are going to do going forward and everything. But the Bengals, though, not sure what they was going to do. Come back with all these guys, and Hugh Jackson's leaving, but we're bringing him back. What's going on? But showed improved on the road. Got the dub. Got the dub week 1.
Mm-hmm.
Got the dub.
Mm-hmm. Couple of things to point out about that game. I was looking through the game stats.
Mm-hmm.
Penalties. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And from some of the footage that I kind of saw from the highlights, a lot of dumb penalties. I know Carlos Dunlop had a couple of penalties, roughing the passer. And this is going to be something we'll talk about later, but you're going to have to learn to manage how it is that you make contact, specifically with the quarterback in this game, or games are going to change due to the penalty call. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I will reiterate that later. Games and their results are going to change because of the penalty calls. So as soon as whoever does whatever on the defensive coaching side of the ball for all the respective NFL teams, the better that we're going to get a handle on this. Because if not, man, I don't care what Vegas says. Some guy makes the wrong move. Some guy makes the wrong play. You catch a penalty from it. Now all of a sudden you're going the other way. And it's a 1-score game. Now all of a sudden you thought you were going to get out of that game with 4 minutes left, 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And now, your luck just totally turned. So that's something that definitely Cincinnati and other teams, as we'll discuss later, need to revisit in their preparation for playing against other teams.
Yeah, and of course that's alluding to Sean Williams with the hit on Luck, and he ended up getting ejected.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're pretty close to putting the old the red jersey on him,
mm-hmm.
and just two and touch him.
Matter the flags.
But, something. Yeah, I definitely saw that. But once the quarterback start going to the ground, you got to lay off of him. Tough situation, but we'll definitely get into some of that here in a little bit. But let's get over here to these Bills and Ravens.
Bills and Ravens.
Anything you want to say about those Bills?
Do you want me to say it?
Yeah, go ahead, say it about them Bills.
Okay. I guess I'm going to be the statement guy on the show. I can already tell. I'm going to go ahead and deliver. I'm going to deliver the press release for each game.
Yeah, get the press release for the Bills real quick.
Okay. So The score was 47-3. The Ravens, under the leadership of Joe Flacco. Let me say that again. Let me say that again. The Ravens, under the leadership of Joe Flacco, put up 47 points against the Bills, who only happened to score 3 points in the whole entire game. 3. They could have sat at home, stayed in the locker room until the fourth quarter and came back out, and they'd have got the same results. Okay? Let me be clear. Something in the Buffalo Bills organizations needs to change. From the top all the way down. Okay? Whoever is hiring these coaches, you probably need to do a little better job of vetting. If you can't hire a new coach and have confidence in him, you probably need to go with a veteran coach. And then you're going to need to learn how to draft better. And you're going to learn how to need to learn how to make better roster moves. With the quarterback situation that you have, A.J. McCarron should have been the last piece you thought about moving in the phase 3 of the offseason for the NFL. You should have kept A.J. McCarron. You probably would have put up more than 3 points.
And right there, I want to piggyback on you right there. Mm-hmm. If you trade A.J. McCarron, okay, and you got Josh Allen, what are we doing? We saw Peterman last year. Mm-hmm. You brought him in and they tried to sell us with. They tried to sell us with. Well, he's earned the right to start. Now, I'm not going to be so hasty, and it's the first game of the year, or whatever. I mean, the coaching staff, last year did get into the playoffs, but here's what you did: you got rid of Tyrod Taylor, who you tried to bench last year for Peterman, and he comes in with the 5 interceptions. Tyrod gets you to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to ship him out of town. Mm-hmm. Okay, you go get A.J. McCarron, which we both have an affinity for A.J. McCarron and think he's just not got the right kind of situation. Thinks and I know I will speak for me. I know you feel the same way. It's roll tide for you. In the right position, we think A.J. McCarron can actually be a pretty decent, maybe not an elite starting quarterback, but I think he'd be good to a decent starting quarterback. And you just decided in preseason, I know you have to shoulder, but let's get rid of him. Let's go with Peterman. And what does Peterman give you? The Ravens defense is awesome. I'm not taking anything away from the Ravens defense. They are really, really good. 5 of 18, 24 yards and 2 interceptions. Mm-hmm. My Lord. I mean, great. You went to Josh Allen after it was a blowout, and I mean, he didn't fare much better, but 6 of 15 for 74 yards. But at this point, if you're going to get rid of A.J. McCarron, let Peterman be the backup. We know what it is. Put Josh Allen in and get over with. I'm sorry. I don't mean to rant, but very aggravating in not understanding a team that just went to the playoffs last year, jettisoned Tyrod Taylor to draft a guy, but you signed a guy to be the incumbent for a while at least, just to get rid of him to go back to Peterman. The front office, what you said, sir. Yes, Messiah. Yes. Oh, man.
Hey, let me throw in a couple little more jabs there. I mean, let me give you a few more stats. You got one of the top 10 running backs in the league with LaShawn McCoy. Shady McCoy only gets 7 touches for 22 yards.
Yeah.
In the whole entire game. I mean, who's one of the other offensive studs you got? Charles Clay, your tight end. He gets 2 balls thrown at him the whole entire game.
I mean, what did Kelvin Benjamin end up with? 1 catch, maybe?
Yeah. Kelvin Benjamin, 1 catch out of 7 balls thrown his way. Yeah. And he gained a whopping 10 yards out of all of that. 10 whole yards. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I mean, again, the Ravens defense is really good, but man, there's nothing that they threw at them worked at all. I was watching, I was like, they scored. I'm looking at Joe Flacco, 25 to 33, 34. I'm like, oh my, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Hey, look, I'm going to cut you off right there, okay?
Okay.
The Bills need to go ahead and just throw that whole game tape away. And we're going to throw those results away. Let's move on to the next one.
All right. Fair enough. Let's get into a little bit of a surprise for a lot of people, I would say. Mm-hmm. Bucks at Saints. Divisional game. Now we got to listen to, I guess his name now is FitzMagic. Oh, man. I guess another key thing before we even get into this, The offensive coordinator. Cutter turning it over, letting the rookie come in. And, man, I mean, preseason-wise, obviously, if you go back, I think they were averaging 33.6 points per game. And they were like, you know what? You were working out pretty well. Let's just go ahead and keep it rolling. And, man, did they roll in New Orleans with that offense.
Right.
I mean, right out the gate, the bomb to Deshaun Jackson, and it was just on from there for them, man.
Yeah, definitely that. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. The stats that Ryan Fitzpatrick put up, I mean, you can look at those two ways. One, I didn't expect that out of him, but see, we have a situation where the starting quarterback is not there due to a suspension, and he'll make his way back eventually. When you don't put the pressure on Ryan Fitzpatrick to go out there and, do what he needs to do, the mindset is, well, you just need to hold it down here until, the quarterback gets back. He's going to go out there and he's going to ball like he just got drafted, 2 years ago, and he's putting up stats, and he's the quarterback of the future. That's the kind of numbers he puts up. Quarterback of the future. Damn, they're going to be Hall of Fame. Now, if this situation goes the way we think it's going to go, as in how they handle the quarterback situation, and he's still balling 3 more games from now, you know what the cry is going to be in Tampa Bay. Keep Ryan Fitzpatrick. Let Jameis earn his way back. Because, to be clear, a lot of people out here in Tampa Bay, where I'm located, they don't want Jameis as their QB. They didn't really want him drafted. And, I mean, honestly, they wish they would have got rid of him as soon as whatever got him suspended. As soon as that occurred, they wanted him gone. Okay?
Right.
So, he's going to ball out. Fitzpatrick will. I'm going to think for the next 3 more games after this. And then now it's going to be a toss-up. And then after that, well, I guess we'll watch and see. But let's talk about how the Saints fared in this game.
And one other thing, I didn't mention his name. Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator for them.
Right, Todd Monken.
Their top 3, their top 3 guys receiving average over 20 yards per reception. Mm-hmm. But Fitzpatrick, he's always kind of been. I mean, he'll wow you, and then you look at him like, But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens there. I think the thing for me with the Saints that stuck out, besides the defense not getting the job done, the rushing game, non-existent. Kamara, 8 carries, 29 yards, and nobody else had over 10 yards rushing on that team.
Right.
So that's definitely
40,
missing the 43
yards total rushing for the entire game.
Yeah, missing Mark Ingram definitely causes some of that. Obviously, towards the end, they were down by so much they had to throw it even more. But even early on, when the game was close, just wasn't really able to run the ball. But shout out to Drew Brees. Still, whatever. I'm 40, 37, 45, 439.
Bionic arm. Yeah.
Bionic arm.
Yeah.
That's why I always tell everybody, we take for granted what him and Tom Brady are doing at 40 because we think, well, this is just a natural progression of the quarterback and this is just what it's going to be going forward. We really need to lock in and enjoy what these guys are doing at these ages because we won't see it for a while, in my opinion, anyways.
I kind of wonder, though. I've asked this question before. I wonder, had Nick